going to jump right into 5 pelvic floor exercises for runners. Maybe you leak with running, or maybe you're just trying to get back into running after having a baby. Either way, these exercises are for you. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos. So here's our exercise lineup, and what makes these different is that we're going to incorporate our pelvic floor into strengthening exercises that are important for running to teach it how to move and handle that impact, rather than just doing pelvic floor exercises on our own and then expecting our pelvic floor to know what to do when you run. These actually work. So let's jump right into our first exercise, which is core breathing, which is connecting our pelvic floor with our diaphragm, which is our breathing muscle, and our inner core muscles. This is hands down the most important exercise because if these muscles aren't working together as they should in a coordinated way, you are very likely going to have issues with that pelvic floor. Okay, so laying on your back, I want you to put your hands on your rib cage and you're going to take a nice deep breath in. I don't want that deep breath in going up into your chest and shoulders. I want it expanding through your rib cage and your belly like you see mine going up and down. So deep breath in, and then when you exhale, so you're going to breathe out, lift your pelvic floor or do that Kegel contraction. If you're not sure what a Kegel is, it's basically what you would do if you had to stop your flow of urine halfway through, or if you're thinking about trying to lift your vagina and your rectum up towards your nose. So you're going to take a nice deep breath in, into your belly, into your rib cage. Exhale, lift that pelvic floor, pull that pelvic floor muscles up. Nice deep breath in. You want to have your belly, your rib cage expand. Exhale, lift that pelvic floor, lift your vagina, rectum towards your nose. You shouldn't be squeezing your bum, you shouldn't be squeezing your legs together, you shouldn't be tilting through your pelvis. You want that movement happening all from the inside. This is how we're going to coordinate your core. We need this working properly for the rest of the exercises to work and to translate well into running. Okay, next exercise is a dead bug, incorporating our pelvic floor and our breathing with it. So laying back on your back, time our exhale and our pelvic floor with the just dropping of our leg down to the ground. So I still want to take that nice deep breath into your ribcage and belly. Exhale, drop that leg down. Your belly should pull in, your pelvic floor should pull up. So nice deep breath in. Exhale, lift that pelvic floor, belly in. Inhale. Exhale, lift that pelvic floor, belly in. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, lift that pelvic floor, belly goes in. So here we are working on continuing to time our pelvic floor with that coordination with the rest of our core into some core strengthening. So you want to make sure you're not arching your back when you're doing this. Your back's not popping up from the ground. And that we're working on timing with strengthening of our core muscles. Next exercise is a hip abduction with pelvic floor. Now these muscles are very important for runners to have strong hip abductors so that they can stabilize you as you're pounding the ground with each step. So we're going to work on timing our pelvic floor. We always want to exhale on the work part. So as your leg lifts up, you're going to think, exhale, lift that pelvic floor. Belly should pull inwards a little bit. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor. Exhale, lift. So here we're working on continuing to coordinate that timing, as well as strengthening our pelvic floor and strengthening our hip muscles that are so important for running. Next is squats, working again with the timing of our pelvic floor. So squats are very great for running. As runners, we need to have strong glutes. We want to make sure your squat form is proper. So initiating it from your hips, sit back into that squat. Your knees should never go past your feet. You want to think about lengthening through your glutes. The weight should be pushing up through your heels. Now we want to time our pelvic floor again. On the lift out of the squat, you're going to exhale, lift that pelvic floor. Sit back into that squat. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. So we're timing our pelvic floor with the work. We're also strengthening our pelvic floor here now in a more weight-bearing position, which is going to be more functional for running. So we're obviously running in a weight-bearing position. We're working on our legs. We're working on our glutes. Last exercise is jump lunges with our pelvic floor. So jump lunges, now we're going to be starting to add a little bit of impact into things as we're jumping back and forth. Obviously a lot more functional to running as we're impacting the ground. We want to think about exhale, lift that pelvic floor as you're coming up out of that squat. Exhale, lift, exhale, lift, exhale, lift. Okay, still working on strengthening that pelvic floor, working on our legs, working on our glutes, and teaching it how to handle that impact. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to either comment and let me know how you liked it, like this video, or subscribe to my page so you don't miss any new videos. Click on the link below to get your free complete guide to your pelvic floor. This guide is going to teach you how to assess different parts of your pelvic floor to figure out where you might be going wrong and why you're having your issues. Because knowing why you're leaking or having your pelvic floor dysfunction is the first step in knowing how we can help it. So give it a download and check it out.